Now, let's come to the biggest tip nobody is going to tell you. Hello and Assalamu alaikum health lovers. If you have recently been diagnosed with hypertension or high blood pressure, you can't afford to miss this video. If you watch this video completely, chances are you will remain medicine free for the rest of your life, no matter how strongly you have been prescribed medication. Got it? Now, what about those patients who have been taking medicine for a long time? You can also watch this video because you will learn how to manage your blood pressure and eventually get rid of the medication, but it will take longer for you. If you follow some of the simplest changes I'm going to tell you in this video, one thing is guaranteed: your medication will be significantly reduced. But why are you so serious? Smile first, then I will start the video. Good. Relaxation comes at the top. Look, blood pressure is one of the easiest things to manage, but only if you slow down. If you remain overwhelmed with your activities 24/7, shout too much, and live in negative emotions all the time, you will never be free from high blood pressure. To keep this video as simple and valuable as possible, I am skipping all the details about what blood pressure is, what normal blood pressure should be, the reasons for high blood pressure, etc. etc. I will go straight to discussing tips and strategies. Comment below how many of you have started taking blood pressure medications just because your doctor insisted too much.
I insist.
Why do doctors insist so much on starting blood pressure medications as early as possible? Why can't they check a patient's 1-month record before prescribing medicine? Let me tell you my story. Many years ago, I was feeling unwell and went to the doctor. He saw my blood pressure was around 147 and he prescribed blood pressure medication. He advised some tests and I had to visit him again with the reports. He saw my cholesterol was higher and asked me whether I had started the blood pressure medicines or not. I said no, and he became very angry and insisted I start the medicine immediately. He further said that at my young age, such high blood pressure is not good. He also prescribed cholesterol medication. I didn't start the blood pressure medicine, but I did start the cholesterol medication. I can't tell you how it messed up with my system, non-stop sneezing and allergies. I stopped the cholesterol pills after 5 days. And exactly the day I stopped the medication, I was okay. My blood pressure was just higher because of monthly hormonal changes, and it returned to normal in a couple of days. Now, let's come to the biggest tip nobody is going to tell you. Listen carefully. Whenever your doctor diagnoses you with high blood pressure or hypertension and prescribes medication, your first step should be to say no to that medicine. But for God's sake, don't say no in front of him. Otherwise, he'll insist, or worse, call the nurse to force the pills down your throat. Don't let the fear of high blood pressure engulf you. Relax and tell yourself it's just a temporary situation. Come home, sit alone, and analyze your situation. Can you commit the time and dedication to heal yourself? I tell you, the self-healing route is difficult compared to taking a pill daily, but the difficult route leads to lifelong health, while the easy pill route can lead to numerous long-term diseases. Now you decide. My dear health lovers, now if you have decided to test your healing capacity first, before starting medicines, then let's move to step 2. Step number 2 is hunger is good. Have you ever thought who enforced the idea of 3 meals a day and who suggested that starvation is bad? Latest research shows that healing occurs when you allow your body to starve and give it time to heal. Even machines need rest. Can you run your blender non-stop? Then does it make any sense to constantly stuff your body? Want to control your blood pressure right after diagnosis? Then swap lunch with at least 2 cucumbers. Cucumbers have miraculous effects on blood pressure. You can take tomatoes, you can eat as much salad as you want. If you don't have diabetes, you can also include fruits. You see, handling blood pressure alone is easier than handling it alongside diabetes. Have dinner before 8 p.m. and don't eat anything before breakfast. Number 3 tip is go herbal. Though I'm not a big fan of hikmat and herbal medicines, old era herbalists were genuine skilled people. Nowadays, some herbal shops might cause more harm than good. However, you can try time-tested folk medicines and herbs without fear. I will share few effective herbal remedies later in this video. These remedies will be varied because not every remedy works for everyone. Try different herbs until you find what works for you. Number 4 tip is hydration is important. Plain water is the best, as everyone knows. I will also tell about some tasty drinks that can actually lower your blood pressure. And then comes relaxation. Whether through meditations or any hobby, ensure you get yourself relaxed. The more inner peace you achieve, the quicker you will heal. Then comes nap. While proper sleep is essential, I found that taking a nap after having salads helps curb hunger. Also, naps contribute to healing, so try to take naps. Avoid loud talking, arguments, shouting everything and getting stressed out over trivial things.
My question is,
Your question is, should we avoid salt completely? Listen to this part carefully. I will provide links to several videos discussing the importance of salt according to the latest research. It is now scientifically proven that while salt can raise blood pressure, consuming too little salt or eliminating it altogether is extremely dangerous and causes more deaths than elevated blood pressure. Just use common sense. Imagine if all salt were removed from your diet. What would you do? I've seen people with damaged livers or other ailments begging for just a pinch of salt because their doctors prohibited it entirely. Use salt where it is necessary, like take salads without salt. If you can't take salads without salt, you can just sprinkle. But for dinners, for lunch, with proper food like steaks, salads, curries and chicken, fish, it's very hard to consume food without salt, cooked food without salt. So take moderate amounts of salt with your cooked food. If you have extremely elevated levels of blood pressure, then for a couple of months, you can even eliminate the salt. Even during those months, you can take salt once or twice a week. So my suggestion to you is take less salt while you are on BP medicines. But once your BP starts normalizing, then you can take the prescribed amounts according to the latest research. Don't refer and don't believe old researches. Always get yourself updated with the recent updates, recent researches in the medical field. Another question is, can blood pressure be reversed? Your blood pressure fluctuates throughout the day due to the movement and mood changes. So reversal isn't an appropriate word for blood pressure, but it should stay within normal ranges most of the time. It shouldn't be too low or too high to put you in danger? Is there any way to lower high blood pressure quickly or instantly? Yes, there are so many ways where you can temporarily lower high blood pressure quickly. I have tried 5 tips because my mother is a hypertension patient. I have the experience of trying 5 tips myself and I found them effective. Number one is soaking feet in hot water. Soaking your feet in hot water can help lower blood pressure due to several psychological effects. In vasodilation, hot water causes blood vessels to dilate, widen, improving circulation. So this reduces the resistance the heart has to pump against, which can lower blood pressure. It also gives relaxation. Plus, feet have numerous reflexology points connected to the different parts of the body, including the heart and blood vessels. Warm water can stimulate these points, promoting overall relaxation and improved blood flow. Though it's not a permanent solution, but soaking feet in hot water really relaxes the patient. You can try, but if the blood pressure is too much high, I will recommend that don't take any risk and rush to the emergency as soon as possible. If the blood pressure is slightly high and the patient is not feeling well due to high blood pressure, then you can try these tips. Another tip is adding lemon to water. If you take seltzer water or simple carbonated water and put 1 lemon inside it, whether cold or normal water, it's okay. I've seen so many times that blood pressure, it helps to lower the blood pressure. Or if you don't have carbonated water, you can take simple water. Another thing you can try is just grind some coriander leaves and make small cubes and put these cubes in refrigerator, and whenever you need to lower someone's blood pressure, take out these cubes of coriander paste and mix it in a glass of water, and it will also help to lower the blood pressure actually. One of the popular remedies for controlling blood pressure used by South Asian herbalists is acerols, also called choti chandan. In India, it's known as Indian snake root with the scientific name Revolvia serpentina. Noteworthy thing is that it's also used in homeopathic and Ayurveda due to its benefits for lowering blood pressure. Many herbalists agree about the effectiveness of this snake root, but there are different opinions on how to use it. Some recommend dipping the powder in rose water before consuming, while others advise using it directly. I'll not share specific dosage or usage instructions for acerols, snake root or choti chandan. While these herbs can be potent, they may also have serious side effects if not administered under the supervision of a qualified herbalist. Before I move on to my personal favorite tip, let me quickly tell you about a daily fennel seed remedy. Take 1 spoon of fennel seeds, also called saunf. Wash them and soak overnight in plain water. Early in the morning, strain this water and drink it on an empty stomach. Though I haven't used it personally, but I have heard about the effectiveness of this remedy so much. This fennel seed remedy is not a scientifically proven medical treatment, but you can try. There is no harm in trying. Now let me share with you one of the most effective remedies, which is relaxed breathing. I'll show you the effectiveness of this technique right here. First, let me check my BP. Wow, my BP is absolutely in the normal range. Now after taking tea, I'm going to check my BP again. It's now 128 and 82. So you see, breathing, relaxed breathing always works. I have put so much effort into this video and I have been making this video since morning. Even after so much work, my BP is mashallah absolutely normal. The key is to breathe slowly and deeply through your nose. When you breathe through your nose, your nasal lining produces nitric oxide. This nitric oxide is important because it helps to relax your blood vessels, which can lead to a decrease in blood pressure. I'll be making another video to dive deeper into the science of nose breathing, but for now, let's focus on the practice itself. Dear health lovers, if you find it difficult to breathe only through your nose at first, don't worry, just stay calm and continue relaxed breathing the way you want. Later, when you feel alright, then you can practice nose breathing. You can do this breathing exercise either sitting or lying down, whatever feels most comfortable for you. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please consider sharing it with your friends and family. And don't forget to join the group and community because we are bringing more useful videos to you. Until next video, take care. See you soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.